Programming brought to you by AWI Networks, Smarter Internet.
Thanks for joining St. George News at 8. I'm Scott Beadle. Authorities issued $1 million arrest warrants Friday for a Utah couple charged with the murder and the death of a 13-day-old boy. Maria Elena Sullivan, 26, and Dylan James Kitzmiller, 21, face charges of first-degree murder and child abuse. Sullivan's child was born on September 4th with no known medical problems. 13 days later, Sullivan told police she put the baby to bed and heard the child struggling to breathe. Emergency crews responded and found that infant in cardiac arrest. Efforts to revive the child were unsuccessful. Emergency responders say they noticed bruising to several parts of the child's body. During an interview with police, Sullivan said she knew Kitzmiller was using heroin and abusing the baby, but had still left the baby in his care. It was determined that the child had suffered a broken arm and rib and had a spinal cord injury. Court documents say the preliminary cause of death was determined to be severe brain injuries. Crews performed an 8-hour rescue Saturday after a hunter began experiencing chest pains. The man's son called 911 just before 8 a.m. Emergency personnel from Santa Clara and Ivins fire departments responded once dispatchers used GPS to find the caller's location. They were on Utah Hill at an elevation of around 4,700 feet. Rescue teams gathered and a life flight crew flew to the area, but despite spotting the hunters, they were unable to land nearby due to windy and dangerous conditions. Ground crews hiked in, but were also unable to move the man due to his condition. About an hour later, a helicopter from the Arizona Department of Public Safety arrived. It was equipped to do a basket rescue. The man was loaded up and flown to Dixie Regional Medical Center for treatment. As of Sunday, he was reportedly stable. Another rescue Saturday. This one, a mountain biker with a severe leg fracture near St. George. However, that rescue was delayed due to a drone flying in the area. The 22-year-old biker crashed while riding near the Green Valley Loop Trail. Another rider called 911, but emergency responders had to hike in since that area was not accessible by truck. When they made it to the scene, they called for a life flight helicopter to get the biker out, but had to delay as a drone was in the area. Once that drone operator was found, he did immediately land the drone to clear the sky for the chopper. The injured biker was then flown to Dixie Regional Medical Center. A 34-year-old St. George man has been arrested accused of sexually abusing a child. Police responded to a 911 hang-up call Thursday night, and when they arrived, they found two men fighting. One of them told police that Oscar Mercedes Mancia Haas has raped his 12-year-old son on several occasions. He was taken in custody, and that boy was taken to the Children's Justice Center. Mancia Haas faces 4 counts of sodomy on a child. He is due to appear in court next week. The pregnant Gold Star widow of Sergeant LaDavid Johnson, one of 4 Special Forces officers killed during an ISIS ambush in Niger earlier this month, says President Trump could not remember her husband's name and that his condolence call left her crying even worse. The president is responding on Twitter. Lana Zach reports from Washington.
Sergeant LaDavid Johnson's casket had just arrived at the airport when his widow, Maisha, received a call from President Trump.
I was very angry at the tone of his voice and how he said it. Like he couldn't remember my husband's name, and that what hurt me the most, because if my husband is out here fighting for our country and he risks his life for our country, why can't you remember his name?
In an exclusive interview with Good Morning America, the Gold Star widow validated Congresswoman Frederica Wilson's account of the call, saying the president made her cry even more.
What she said was 100% correct.
But President Trump disputed that on Twitter this morning, writing, "I had a very respectful conversation with the widow of Sergeant LaDavid Johnson and spoke his name from the beginning without hesitation." On The View, Senator John McCain said America should be focused on what happened in Niger and not on the president's call.
We should not be fighting about a brave American who lost his life serving his country. That should not be the topic of discussion in America today.
And on that topic, Sergeant Johnson's widow says she has more questions about the operation that killed her husband and 3 others after an ambush by ISIS-pledged militants.
Why it took them 48 hours to find my husband? Why couldn't I see my husband? I don't know what's in that box. It could be empty for all I know.
Mrs. Johnson says she will continue to press for answers and that her children, including their third, due in January, will remember their father as a hero who died in the service of his nation. Chief Meteorologist Chris Summers has your Southern Utah forecast coming up after this.
The weather tonight is brought to you by AWI Networks, smarter internet.
And a good Monday evening. Welcome back, everyone. Some very warm temperatures across our area here for today. Highs reached 83 degrees here in St. George, well above that normal of 74 for this time of year. Record high for the date is 90 back in 1954. Overnight lows fell into the upper 40s, right about where we should be again for this time in October. Taking a look at some other hometown temperatures, again upper 70s or at least mid 70s in some areas to our north. 71 degrees Cedar City today, 71 also Enterprise, 83 the high temperature of Hurricane, and Mesquite got to 90 degrees today down in Las Vegas. Definitely seeing some very warm temperatures across southern Utah. Taking a look at our forecast for your Tuesday, should get back in the upper 60s around Cedar City with mostly sunny skies. We'll go for low 80s to mid 80s from Hurricane to St. George to Mesquite by the afternoon hours. South-southwest winds about 5 to 10 miles per hour. So another warm day with lots of sunshine out there as we head into your Tuesday. Plenty of sunshine with pretty pleasant temperatures as we get to the middle part of the work week, and keeping that pleasant weather around even as we get to the end of the work week and into the weekend. Again, dry weather continuing as well with lots of sunshine in our forecast as we get ready for the rest of the work week and upcoming weekend. Here's what it looks like on our surface map for your Tuesday. Again, partly to mostly sunny skies in our forecast here, but again, very warm conditions set up across our area. Temperatures above average as we head to the next several days, and looking like some very warm conditions continuing for the work week. Most of the cool weather we saw last week has now been pushed off to our east. You can see that over in parts of New Mexico, into Texas, also parts of eastern Colorado, seeing some of those cooler temperatures. Really warm along the coastline of California, too. Those we're going to see could be seeing record challenging temperatures. New record highs possibly around Los Angeles, also all the way down to parts of Phoenix as well. So some very warm temperatures, especially for this time in October. For your forecasted highs, though, for your Tuesday, around Cedar City to our north and Newcastle, probably mid to upper 60s. Sunny and pleasant, northwest winds around 5 miles per hour, upper 70s to low 80s. Could even get in the mid 80s down to our south as well. 86 degrees a high temperature for Mesquite. Lots of sunshine, very warm weather in the forecast. South winds at about 5 miles per hour. And our 7-day forecast for Cedar City, getting back in the low 70s. By Wednesday, partly to mostly sunny skies expected. We'll go for 60s in as you get to the end of the work week and into the weekend. Temperature-wise, actually looking pretty good for Cedar City. Lots of sunshine expected. Not a lot of rain chances. Overnight lows, though, low 30s to even upper 20s as we head into the middle part or end part of the work week, and actually by the weekend could be in the upper 20s as well. St. George then will stay in the low 80s here the next couple of days, so temperature-wise looking pretty good. 81 degrees are high for Tuesday, Wednesday, maybe 82 by Thursday. Upper 70s return Friday, Saturday. Again, temperatures next 7 days actually staying above average, and some of those temperatures could be about 8 to maybe 10 degrees above our normal high temperature for this time of year. Overnight lows, not bad either, about seasonable this time of year, mid to upper 40s to low 50s. Next couple of days, so really looking like some very pleasant weather over the next 7 days as we end October and get ready for November.
Yeah, some great afternoons. Little chilly to start your mornings, but
you'll definitely notice that around Cedar City when you see 30s and 20s to start the day. But really, the afternoon hours looking very good. Lots of sunshine across our area.
And we are just about to that point of doing trick or treat forecasts.
Yeah, getting very close to that, aren't we? Almost a week away, so we're getting close to that for sure.
All right, thanks, Chris. We'll be right back. In Colorado, an answer to the question, where's Waldo? Well, as you can see there, on Saturday, he was pretty much everywhere thanks to the Waldo 5K. That event is now in its 6th year and is held in downtown Colorado Springs, and this year hundreds signed up to run or walk, and there were even a few baby Waldos spotted. The eye-catching outfits are more than just a gimmick. The Waldo Run benefits restoration efforts for Waldo Canyon.
Well, that's a good cause for it. I mean, I suppose you're walking through that town thinking, what all these people in the...
If you don't know this is happening and just walk out, yeah.
Maybe a little surprised by all that.
What
is going on with that? But it looks like they had beautiful weather for it, but again, for a good cause, and good time to get out and walk and run for a 5K for them.
Yeah, that is a lot of Waldo costumes,
that,
too.
That was a lot. Just a little bit ahead of Halloween. They got their costume picked out already, I guess,
There you go.
for Halloween, that's for sure.
Twofer.
There you go.
Well, thanks for watching.
We hope you have a great night.